Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday Night Live, All in Our Heads podcast. Look like we startled you there. It's like your glasses were on, you just shook real fast.
It was like 3 minutes of whatever it waited. I forgot we were doing a podcast. Like that 3 minutes of the wait time, I was lost.
It's so weird. Your voice is out of sync on my end, but hopefully,
What do you mean out of sync?
like I hear you
Yeah.
and then I see your lips move.
So that happens all the time for me.
Yeah. Can we try and call you back so try and fix it? 'Cause it's gonna be weird.
Please.
You got to call me back because I'll just X you out. All right.
So I'm.
Oh, Mike just left. And welcome everybody to All in Our Heads. We are, like usual, having technical difficulties. Oh, he's calling back. That was good. That was quick. Let's see if he's back. Oh, you're bright again.
Look at the settings.
Yeah, it does that. So just bring your gain down. We're gonna do live. What do we? Technical fixes on the All in Our Heads podcast. Yeah, bring the gain down. There you go. Boom. You're right there. You're in there.
Right here is good. Okay.
Yeah, and your lips are matching up. It's perfect.
All right. That's all.
Rock and roll. That's all we need. So how's it going, Mike?
It's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Doesn't sound okay.
No, we're good, man. Life is good.
Yeah. It's always good when you're rubbing your eyes like this. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking crushing it.
When you ask someone how they're doing, if they push their face in, hey, how you doing? Good. Be like, wow, okay.
You know, you're not coming off as good.
Touching your face a lot for good, I have to say.
I mean, it's
what it is.
It's life. It is what it is, man.
It's what it is. You know, but
I hate the way I look on this fucking camera. I know I'm already pale and white, but I hate the way I look.
Let me take your
I fucking hate it.
You hate the way you look?
Can't you fix something on that end? Is that what I look like on the fucking cast? Because I'm not saying it about you, but I'm saying I hate the way I look. You can't help that because you're not God. But
not yet.
No, I don't think you're ever going to be God.
No, I don't think so either. But, I don't know. I think you look fine on this end.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. Bullshit. Do you find like there's like nothing going on in the world? Is it like, I mean, compared to the way we used to be?
Right.
Like, it used to be like everything was always like, fucking, there's fucking crazy shit going on now. I'm just like, I'll be looking at Google Trends, like, what's really going on? It's like, dude, it's all sports. It's like,
the whole thing.
Like, wow, like nothing.
It's all like soccer and basketball. And you're like, what?
I mean, you have like snowpocalypse in Texas.
Yeah.
Texas, it could snow. I think the last time it snowed like that was like 200 years ago.
Really?
But I think Saudi Arabia had snow, so I think we should start worrying about global warming a tad. There was camels sitting there like, what the fuck? I mean, I heard about snowmen, but I didn't know I was ever going to see one.
My cousin's at the Bronx Zoo say it snows over there all the time.
Yeah.
He sent me pictures one time.
I had a couple of fat Americans riding me by the Sphinx one day. That's Egypt. But anyway.
I was drinking. I wanted to say, where are we at now?
Well, you know, it's all this.
Around.
Well, maybe he gets around. Maybe he's a traveling camel. I ride.
We don't know.
I ride fat Americans around all the Middle East countries, all the hot spots.
I'm the go-to for camel entertainment.
And this is geography with All in Our Heads.
Yeah, geography. Fuck that. I was thinking about like when I did that dry bar. When I went on stage, I think I opened up with, I don't know where I'm at. Like, I don't know where I'm at ever.
Yeah.
On the globe. Like, if I have to tell you how to get where I'm at, I don't know how to south, north, I have no idea where I'm at.
Yeah.
When I went to, where'd I go? Fucking with the USO tour, we went to Honduras. Mm-hmm. And I had to make a video to the troops that we were coming. And it was part of the big city tour, it's called. And I had to make a video, and they played that, at these bases. and I had a like we're coming to. I was like, we're coming to South America. Found out it's not going to South America. You're going to Central America. You fucking moron. I don't know anything that's below Mexico. I just figured South America. I don't know
it's
where
south
it's
of
at.
America. All these places are south of America. So it should be south.
You didn't listen.
Yeah.
Then I was like, we were going to Greenland. It was August, so there it's like 40 something degrees in August. You know, which is perfect. But I'm like, I hope we see penguins, and they're like, we don't have penguins here, man. It's not the North Pole. I'm just so I don't know where I'm at. I don't know. I just know it's cold, man. You don't have penguins? Like, no penguins, man. Like,
that'd be funny if
nothing right.
Funny if like one was walking by behind the guy.
Yeah.
Hey, right, talking about, I don't see nothing.
Dude, when we did Greenland, they like it was, it was fine. There was the winter didn't roll in yet, but when it becomes winter up there, like they have alarms and they have like you have like these little outposts along the roads. Like this, it's a base and it looks like the Mars rover. You know how the Mars rover they've been showing pictures of the Mars rover video?
It's roving Mars.
That's what it looks like. That's what Greenland looks like.
Mars?
But just like Mars.
Really?
Just put a couple
it's
of
not
like
green?
No, why would it be green?
I thought I just pictured like meadows of green.
No, that's Iceland.
Yeah, I picture meadows of ice in Iceland. You would think like they would match up the name. Like if it's, you would think it would call it brown land if it was
they
like
did
Mars.
it on purpose to trick the Vikings. They called Greenland, which was ice covered, and they called Iceland, which is green because they wanted people to stay away. They didn't want them to come and attack.
Oh,
that's why they switched it up. However. But no, it just looks like brown and rocky. But in the winter, it's full of ice and snow. And they have these roads where you're riding around to like from one satellite to the next, and on the space. And there's like these fucking like buildings, like outposts that when an alarm goes off in the middle of the winter, they have to park and run in, seal it up, and there's food to last like for 2 days in there because when the wind and it just comes in. Everything is frozen over. If you're outside, you're dead.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's no people living there like in neighborhoods and shit, right?
Well, no, not where the base is. It's like, like maybe like I don't know what's like 100 miles away is a village. Is villages, and that's there's
Yeah, I think you're just born there. Ain't nobody gonna move to that village. Be like, first windstorm. Be like, honey, we gotta get a new house. This is. I tried taking out the garbage yesterday. I almost died. Fucking horn went off. I'm sitting there in my underwear.
You're not outside in your underwear. You're not out in your underwear, even if the horn didn't go off. But it was like brown at the time, so like it looked like Mars. I forget what comic I was with was like this place like Mars, and it does. It was the brown. All the rocks are all brown. It's like it looks like an arid desert, but it's because it's. When it's not the winter, the ice is gone. But as soon as it freezes up, everything is frozen. It's just done. The blizzard dumps, and it's just like that for 6 months.
Sounds like a lovely place.
Yeah, that's where Space Force is located. That's where like one of the Space Force camps are at. Yeah, I got one of the.
You can really hide what you're doing there. Cause ain't nobody fucking going there.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting, but no penguins.
No penguins. Mm-mm. The only time I felt like, remember when we went to Lake of the Ozarks to do that show?
Yeah, I do.
And like the whole trip to that lake, all those crazy windy woodsy roads, like you see in the show Ozark. It just like if I was to tell anybody where I like if I was like if someone's coming to save us, feel like I'm in a hotel.
Yeah,
it's like
what if you're not in a hotel? What if you're on the side of the road?
Yes, I'm a dark road with no lights.
Yeah, there's
in the middle of the woods.
Can you give us a landmark? Nope. Can you tell us where north, south, east, or west of the highway? Nope. Yeah.
What do you say? Trees, sky, road. Does that narrow it down at all? At all? There's a stop sign over there.
Yeah, I'm so. Like, I don't know where I'm at. and I never know where I'm at. So like you take that stuff for granted. But if I was lost when I was in Utah, I didn't know where that was on the map.
Do you know where
Like
it
I
is
know
now?
it's in America. I don't pay attention. I just know it's all towards the west, but I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
I just get a plane, get out of the plane. I have no idea where we just went. And I realized that yesterday. I was like, man, you never know where you're going. You just get a plane and get off. Like I've been to Canada, and unless it's Toronto, like up, like unless it's straight up, I just think everything's on the East Coast. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're in Canada. Where at? I don't know. Canada. I don't know. I can tell you. Just come get me, man. I'm fucking lost.
Yeah, that's like even when I think of like going out west, I'm like the way my mind goes, like Pennsylvania, Colorado, California. No, Pennsylvania, Colorado, Vegas, California. To me, that's
it.
The whole journey. That's all I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's in the middle there? I don't know. Cornfields and shit. Fucking. Is it Kansas? Maybe. I don't know.
Idaho, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah. And if I was ever in, I remember one. I'm such a dick. Sometimes you don't even think about it. So I was going to Chicago for a sales meeting years ago, and there was a snowstorm, so they had to divert. We couldn't land right away.
Mm-hmm.
It was a rainstorm. Sorry, a rainstorm, wasn't snowing. So they took us, and we had to land somewhere to get fuel because they only had like a Newark to Chicago flight. So they had to like divert. We went to like, let's just say Iowa. We had to fucking land. Mm-hmm. And I think it was somewhere out there, Iowa. I don't know where it was. And I was on the cell. Like we landed, and I called my manager. I'm like, yeah, man, we got diverted. We'll be in like Chicago in about 2 hours. He's like, where are you at? I said, whatever was that. I was like, you ever been here? I'm on the plane. He's like, I'm like, ever been here? He's like, no. I'm like, let me look around. Yeah, don't come. There's nothing here. Like, there's nothing. I'm looking out the air. I don't even see the airport. Never mind anything else around.
Yeah.
It's like, what is here? Usually the airport, there's buildings by the airport.
No, there's nothing in Iowa.
Nothing.
I remember, like, I was at a convention one year, like the main, banquet thing, and I was at a table with this dude from Iowa. He was like my age. We were like in our 20s. I'm like, so what?
Right.
What do you guys? What do you do in Iowa? He's like, not drugs, drink. I go, what do you do like other than that? He's like, I don't know. Sometimes we dance.
Sometimes we dance. Well,
I was like,
limited.
All right. Looks like I ain't coming out to visit.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk. Where you going? Iowa. What are you going to do? Drugs, drink, and dance. Obviously.
Duh.
Only sometimes dance, though.
I hope I'm there during dancing season.
If they have a dance.
There's that kid from sober.
There's that kid from Jersey in the backyard waiting for the dance.
I've been clean and sober for a few years. I hope their dance season's on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have nothing to do.
Yeah, that's where you relapse. Dude, there's nothing else to do, and they had no dance. It was sit in the cornfield for a week or have a few beers.
I chose beers.
I chose beer. You sit in the cornfield for a week.
See, what do you get? You choose.
Yeah. Judge me.
Yeah, so you're right. There is nothing going on. It's like very, very, which I like. But
yeah, no, they're even like making things that aren't news. Like you can see they're struggling.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, I think like the biggest controversy is like Ted Cruz went to Cancun with his family, and I'm like, so.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna out there shovel snow?
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, whenever you hear politicians like, "Oh, look what they did," I'm like, how involved are they anyhow?
Yeah, like what was he gonna do? Like,
so they go out there with a scraper?
All right, guys. Before I can't go on vacation. I'm gonna try and change the weather and melt the snow.
I did list somebody. I watched some like YouTube report about it, and they said, what can he do? We can, that's their out. What's he gonna do? And the person was like, well, he's the senator. He can orchestrate, cleanups. He has connections to make sure deliveries get done. Like he is a liaison to make shit happen.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, and it's a bad look. Never mind what he's doing. If you're like in a state and your guy's out, like, I'm going to Mexico. It's too cold, guys. I'm out. It's like, wait a minute. You're not going to stick around with us and be in it with us? Nah, I'm going to go get a tan. It's a little douche nozzle.
Oh no, it's not douche nozzle, but they're like, my point is they're so starving for controversy that they're just like, the media they miss Trump already. They're like, this Biden don't do nothing. He just he stinks.
Like a normal guy.
He stinks for ratings.
Yeah. Which maybe though that is a good thing. Maybe we need it. Maybe we needed it. To, not talking about for our soul. I'm talking about maybe media and news needed this big swing so they can take a big dive and realize that and maybe it'll fucking level out to where it's not all about your ratings. And maybe some of these news channels will just go away. These 24-hour news channels, they'll just maybe go away.
Even the newspapers, though, like I go online and they're just trying to like clickbait you in. They're like, update on your next stimulus check, and it's like then you click it. It's like there's no new news, but
none.
You're still not getting it. That's the update. Or like new NJ.com. They used to always you can almost like read that whole newspaper for free pre-COVID. COVID comes out, they started doing all these. You had to like pay to like read articles. Yeah, and I'm like, that's fine if it's like a story about whatever, but like they're like, where to get COVID vaccine? You have to pay to see it. It's like, you shouldn't fucking make me pay for public health.
They're all taking advantage of it. They're all taking advantage.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's like nothing to talk about in the news, in the world. I don't do comedy anymore. I tried this week, but the shows got canceled. I
kind of I miss it. It's starting to affect me a little. Mm-hmm. But I miss it. I got to be honest with you. Can you do something with the brightness? Can you?
You want it brighter?
No. Lower. Make me black. I don't give a fuck. Just make it as dark as possible.
Yeah, but then we can't see you.
You can see me.
It's too dark. It's right there. That's as dark as we can go.
I don't even see no change.
Well, it's changed on this end, surely.
Oh, okay. I feel better now. It's changed on that end.
No, I hear you, man. I miss doing I miss my old life. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to be podcasting on a Saturday night at 9:45. I want to be on stage at 9:45.
Yes.
Planning where I'm going to meet the other comics after the show. You're so dark now. You like turned the light off.
Shut up. I didn't turn it off. I just turned it away from my fucking face.
I know, but lights work when they hit you.
I hate everything about this.
Yeah. There you go.
Shut up.
Wowzers. Oh, hold up. Here, I'm going to give you the podcast for a minute. My corgi wants to come in.
Great. Yeah, I miss going out. I miss I don't know, man. I just miss the whole thing. I miss making a living doing comedy. So, I just miss it. And I know people are all missing something. So it's not like I'm not on this alone. So it's not what was me moment, but sucks ass. It's starting to suck. I just want to do that. I want to do it. I just want to get up there and do it and have fun and just do it. Just go out afterwards. I want to go out afterwards. I want to meet my friends. I want to do a show, talk to people, hang out afterwards, grab some grub. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like I'm becoming
even the little road hotel stuff that like
I miss a shitty road hotel.
Like go to the show, do the show, go to the room, grab snacks and junk food, go to the room, clothes off, like boxers on, fucking t-shirt, put on some kind of murder mystery show, like you know what I mean? Learn how to, do homicides, eat Reese's peanut butter cups and popcorn, and just be fat and happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I miss it. And then you're like trying to plan. Am I going to get up? Should I pack now and just go? Or should I get up early and go? Like that whole thing. I miss it. I miss it all.
Yeah,
I
man.
miss it, but I mean, I don't miss, like we talked about a couple weeks ago. The one thing I don't miss is the harshness of the game, the anxiety of comedy, of like not knowing if you got a gig coming up, those kind of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't miss the you know, hey, look at me, Booker. Don't you like me? Hey, can I get a spot? Because I'm really funny sometimes. Like, no, I don't miss that part, the failure part of the game. I don't
Yeah.
miss the failure that comes with 80% of doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking about on stage. I miss that failure. I like that. Just talking about all the rest.
It's just, yeah, I mean, yeah, but that comes with it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
No, nobody likes that part of.
No, but I'm saying that's the one part they like
You could
I'm
do
good
without.
without that part. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know. See, that's why I was like, I remember for a while in this past year, I was like, oh, it's nice to not have to be dealing with that shit. But not, it's just there's just like such a part of me missing. Like I've been getting to be a pretty good cook because I'm home all the time cooking for myself.
yeah.
And like even tonight, I made these nice elk medallions, and I was like all proud of it. Took pictures, Instagram. I'm like, I don't want to be a good cook, man. I want to be a comic.
I know.
I don't want to be home on Saturday cooking elk medallions.
I don't like this is the one life that I've always been grossed out about is coming home, go to work, come home, you know, the fucking routine, wash the dishes, cook food, wash the dishes. You know what I mean? Get on dress, put some television on, get the fuck out of here. That's not I don't want that. I never did.
Yeah,
I never did.
I don't mind it. It's too much of it. I used to have a nice balance of it. It's like too.
Yeah, it's there's no
Because and
balance.
it's almost like even I drove to my gig Wednesday. It got canceled, but I was willing to do it for that small audience. I'm like, I'll do it.
Right,
I just
right.
want to tell these fucking jokes. It was nice taking a nice hour ride with the tunes.
Yeah, yeah.
Got my show shirt on. You know what I mean? Got a headliner shirt on. Fucking.
Nice.
Got my new jokes written down. All excited, man. Then it's like, nobody wants to come out. COVID. It's like you get it. You're like,
Yeah, 100%.
and it's like, is what it is. Just I'm ready for outdoor shows to start coming back. It's like maybe March will start pushing the weather a little bit.
I have one. I have one for an April one.
Yeah.
And I got a couple of people want us to do some online stuff, like for the program.
Yeah.
So
And we have an outdoor one we're doing in May. That's being figured out financially
right,
as
right.
we speak. We'll be back before we know it. It's just, comedy's going to be a summertime sport now. I mean, I've done a little bit in the winter, but it's not enough to like develop your act. It's just kind of like,
Yeah, yeah. Now, so since there's nothing to talk about in the news, let's talk about Your Honor.
oh, Your Honor. Yeah. Okay. How did you like the ending? Oh, spoiler alert! If nobody watched Your Honor,
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, put this in. Even if you cut out a video clip of this, put all over the spoiler alert.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to talk about Your Honor, and we're talking about it in depth, or we're going to talk about it, and there's going to be a lot of spoilers. So if you haven't seen Your Honor and you want to catch up, tap out now, because I'm not going to apologize to you. I'm not going to be like, sorry, you fucking ruined it. I don't give a fuck if I ruined it for you. I just told you 19 times that I'm getting ready to ruin it for you. So beat it. Right now, you have a chance to beat it. Get the fuck off.
I don't even need to put a graphic up. If they're not out by now, then
They fucking deserve it.
they fucking deserve it.
So, as they were buttoning up and bowing,
Can you hold the mic a little further from your mouth because you're getting a little fucking.
So as they were,
not that far, a little closer.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
As they were started to like, it's as the finale started to unfold. I was like, oh no, don't do the whole button up. Everybody's A-okay. Please don't do that. You know what I mean? Like where this guy, he's in trouble. He's going to go like, just don't do it.
Like, what did you think they were going to do?
What it seemed like was going to happen is the father was going to he was going to get honest, tell everybody the son was going to fucking do the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
everyone's like cleansed their soul. I'm like, please don't do that. Please
Right.
don't do that.
Right.
And the way it went as the end is coming near, and what's his name, the black kid from the neighborhood is going to the hotel. I'm like, oh, he's gonna shoot the son and probably the father. This way,
The
maybe
gangster
then
son.
that's their out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what do you call it? What's his name? Bryan Cranston and his son's out after, you know what I mean? The mobster and his son get killed.
Right.
That's what I was thinking is going to happen. I'm like, oh, at least they won't have the threat of the mobster killing them because he'll be out. He'll be killed.
Yeah, that would have been too
You know what I
clean. That would have been too clean, though.
But that was the part I was like, they're going to make this very clean. That's where I thought they were going with it.
Mm.
And then as Brian can't get into the hotel and you see the black kid still coming, I'm like, uh-oh. I can sense this isn't going to go well.
Well, yeah, you knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the gun. He's walking toward the hotel.
Well, I knew he was going to shoot I knew he wasn't going to shoot Bryan Cranston's son. He was going to shoot the mobster's son for killing his brother.
Well, it's weird because it happened so fast when he killed Bryan Cranston's son. Let's get we'll just say their actual names on the show. When
there you go.
Michael is Bryan Cranston, and Adam is his son.
Got it. Who's the black kid?
Eugene,
that's it.
When Eugene goes in, I had to actually go rewatch it to kind of see that what's his face? Tommy's son moves out of the way. Carlo.
Well, the sister, they do something.
Pulls him, but like at first I didn't catch that. It was so fast. I was like, "Holy shit!" He shot. Like I thought he was going to shoot him.
Adam.
But it didn't make any sense because I was like, "That doesn't make any sense." I'm like, because the kid's not gonna. Like, yes, everyone had something to do with it, but that guy actually killed Coffee.
Right.
So, like, he's not going to kill him because what he did caused that guy to kill Coffee. He's not like...
Kofi, right? Not Coffee.
Yeah, Coffee. Kofi. Kofi.
Kofi.
We're in Jersey. He's Coffee. Okay.
In New Orleans, he's Coffee.
He's Coffee.
In Jersey, he's Coffee.
Coffee the gangster.
But Kobe wasn't like, he was a good kid. He was in a gang, but he was a good kid.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, so, maybe he didn't do what he was in trouble.
Now
for.
that ball, the Mariano Rivera ball, was that Bryan Cranston's or his son's? Because was that was their ball?
Yeah, it was in the car.
It was in the car. Yeah. That's what I thought.
I think they left open a lot of like loose ends.
Yes, they did.
Like, first off, it's like the whole thing about his wife and the affair.
It's just kind of died, right?
They just brought it up and just never came back to it. So they're like, did he kill the wife? Has he been doing this for a while? Like Bryan Cranston.
That's what I felt.
Like, I don't remember. Do you remember why the wife was even in that neighborhood and died in the first place?
That's why I think she was fooling around with someone from that neighborhood. One of the
gang members?
Yeah, because I think she might have been fooling around with someone there. Because she was taking photos. I think she was taking photos. She liked to take photos of New Orleans and people who lived in New Orleans. So she was down there. And I think she was fooling around with somebody because the picture of the black kid with the hat, like that was in her camera roll.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't from the murder scene. That was a picture she's been taken already. So that might have been the guy she was fooling around with, a gang member.
Yeah, it could be. I thought that was just such a stupid storyline to put if you're not going to pay it off or clarify it.
Yeah, they didn't do anything with it.
And I think they could have had at least another episode because it's like, what happens to Bryan Cranston? Like, he's been the main guy the whole time. You know what I mean? And you're telling me his son gets shot? Okay, now he has to live with it. It's like,
and what's his name? Shit, that dude that plays like the guy who's gonna run for mayor.
Oh yeah, Charlie.
Like he's dirty. He's got to be
There's
caught
so
up
much
too.
more story.
Yep.
And it said it's a limited series, so I assume they're not going to do a season 2.
No, they should do a follow-up, wrap-up show.
They should. Yeah, there was just not enough episodes. That like
No.
because even when we started watching the final episode, I'm like, they got a lot of shit to answer in this next hour.
And I looked at, like, I clicked to see how long is this one. Like, it's an hour and a half. As soon as it started, I clicked. I'm like, how long are we doing here? I'm like, 52 minutes? How the fuck are they doing all this in 52 minutes?
Yeah, and lollygagging at the beginning, like, yo, you guys got a lot to tell me, man.
You want to call them up? Hey, Michael, you want to get it stepping?
I should have went. I don't know. Maybe there's like some articles where like the filmmaker or the guy, discusses it more. But it's like, I wonder if they're saying Your Honor season 2, if they're even, because you know the way Hollywood works. It's all about money. They don't really care about story.
Right.
It's like, oh, if we could squeeze more out of this lemon.
Wring it dry.
Yeah. 6 days ago, will there be a everything we know? I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but they just left so much open. It's like, okay, so it's like Bryan Cranston. What happens to him? Does the gangster just accept that that's the
Right.
okay, you got paid, like my son's not in jail and your son's dead, so now I got what I wanted. Really, because he did kill my son, so the guy who killed my son is dead.
Right.
So I got that. His girlfriend, because like the one detective, that one broad was like, starting to realize that he was in the pocket of the mob guy, of Tommy. What's her face?
No,
Nancy.
They unraveled that in his office. It all came clean in his office.
Yeah, but I feel like it came clean, and like it should be a story. This should be another storyline now.
She's an actual police officer. She's just gonna let it go.
So I didn't love the ending. I feel like they kind of rushed it.
Right.
I feel like they could have done more with it.
Yeah.
It was like too dramatic for me. It was too like hokey for me. The fact that he shoots him, she pulls him, and then he gets hit. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed too much.
Right.
I would rather him like shoot both of them, or like pa 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 pa.
Like the whole place.
just
shoot everybody.
But to me, that would have been more realistic. Almost, it's
Right.
like just like fire off like 3 shots and hits both of them.
Right.
It'd be hokey because he did actually hit the 2 people that deserved it.
Yeah.
But the whole like he moved out of the way and then he dies exactly how the kid died.
That is the one part that, like, I was like, wow, karma's a bitch. To you, I texted you because it was like it came back the same way the kid died. It was hokey, but I liked that.
Yeah,
I did like that part.
No, I guess it's good. I just felt unsatisfied when
I think we always, especially a show that you kind of like the characters. And you're like, that's it?
Yeah, and it was like, it was almost like, Bryan Cranston, like Breaking Bad-ish.
Yes.
I'm kind of Breaking Bad. I'm not breaking as bad as I used to break, but I'm Breaking Bad. It's like, you think Brian, when he read it, he's like, so I am going to be a dad again that's got to do fucked up shit to help out my family? Ugh, I think I'm being typecasted here.
Yeah. And especially, because he was like doing shady shit. You're like, oh, you're right back into your old ways, Walter.
Yeah, so good series. Kept me interested the whole time, but
that's what I was just going to say. What was it, 9 episodes, 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
For 9 episodes, they had me locked in.
Yeah.
And the way they wrapped it up might have felt a little short, but I think, like, if you think, we were talking about something, and I'm like, the way they try to wrap shows up, it's just hard to put an ending, especially when you have 4, 5, 6 characters. It's hard to not be cheeseball with the ending.
I guess, but that's you figure out in the writing time.
Yeah, but I mean, you're telling this awesome story that's got so many layers and so many, angles, and then you come to the end. It's like everything's got to come to the forefront. Everything's got to come to the bop, 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 bop. And how do you get it all to line up without it being like, wow, really? Everything lined up like the perfect storm?
I like the way a lot of shows now are trying to shoehorn COVID-19 into it a little bit. It's like
They did.
The one juror with the mask on. Not
Yeah.
all I was saying, I'm like, they shot this, then they just reshot that scene, putting her in there with the fucking mask. Because why wouldn't they all have the fucking mask on?
Well, yeah, true.
She's the only juror with a mask on.
Yeah,
Everyone else, and then Brian's like, "Let's go in my office for social distancing." It's like, in your smaller office for social distancing, you're in a courtroom.
Let's go in a place where we can't stand 6 feet apart.
You're in a courtroom with 12 jurors, one with a mask, a few audience members, and now you're worried. And you're going to social distance by going in the room to do something do something fucked up.
Right.
I was just like, guys, you don't have to make it didn't matter.
Right.
You didn't have to make it COVID.
Yeah, no, I was fine with it not being COVID. I was fine with it.
Yeah.
You know what our show's got to do? They got to, if everybody wants to film a movie or a show during COVID, you got to do it. The setting's got to be Florida because those retards don't wear anything. Yeah. So you just got to be like, yeah, we're in Florida. Yeah. No one gives a fuck down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything's got to be, the setting's got to be Florida for us to buy it.
Yeah, every show starts. Where's your mask? Fucking snowflake. Shut up.
Fuck out of here. We're in Florida.
We're in Florida, you flake.
I asked you, and I'm sure you didn't, Fleabag?
No, you asked me at like midnight last night.
No, I know.
I couldn't bang out a series today, Mike. I had a couple things I had to do.
You could have got it done. It's just less than 6 hours to get it all done, both seasons.
That's a full day there, buddy. Exactly. I had shit to do.
All right. Well, it's a great show, and it was only 2. I do enjoy the way the British or the European shows have a point. It's a story. We're gonna tell the fucking story, and when it's done, it's fucking done. We don't care if you want more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Ricky Gervais's Afterlife, they're only doing a 3rd season, and he's saying basically because the fans are so close to the characters, he wants to give them one more season because there's a couple of characters that need to be just to flesh everybody out. He goes, but that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate them. Like his show that you didn't watch is Extras. I think that was 2 or 3 seasons, and it's done. Here's the show. This is it. It could be anything. It's Extras, man. It could be on any set. We can draw it out for years, but nope. This is it. We're done.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. If I was to write a series, that's what I want to write. I want to write one that's 2 seasons, fucking 20 episodes, done.
Mm.
But Fleabag, if I really enjoy it, the first, she does a lot of break the fourth wall and talk to the camera. Just her, just the lead actress. And at first, the first episode, I was like, oh, this is the thing. She's going to fucking talk to me the whole time, talk to the camera. But by the second episode, because I enjoyed the first episode, I'm like, I want to see where this goes. By the second episode, I loved that she looked into the camera.
I'll watch it this week, and then we can talk about it next week. I can bang it out because I got a bunch of days off this week. So
cool. So let's talk about, while we're on the podcast, that movie you suggested I watched last night because I like rom-coms and I'm a fucking softie.
Oh yeah, I was home the other day and I was just looking for something. I saw Palm Springs and I was I heard people say it was good, so I popped it on. And it was entertaining. It was good. Had some funny parts to it, but you're like, this is a total ripoff of Groundhog's Day.
It's the exact same movie.
It's the exact same movie, and
they try to they try to fucking mix it up a little bit and be in Groundhog's Day they're trying to find a moral compass where he has to. That's the only way he's going to get out of the day is if he becomes a really pure soul.
Yeah.
And then she thought she said it. The girl in the movie was like, maybe we just have to be be a pure soul, and that didn't work. And then I think the writer was like, nah, that's too much. Do something different. You know what I'm saying? We got to do something different to get out of the day. But then there was here. So I don't care if this spoils the movie. It's a fucking rom com. It's not a fucking. It's not Godfather. There's 2 dinosaur in it.
Yeah.
So you're like, what the fuck? And then you have to really think about it. Like, well, those 2. It's set in a desert, right? It's like on the desert.
Palm Springs, California.
Yes. So it's just desert area all the way. There's nothing going on for miles. And you see these 2 dinosaurs off in the distance walking through. And they're like, oh, that's different. But and you really don't address the dinosaurs anymore. It's not like the dinosaurs come and eat the people in the towns.
Well, they were taking mushrooms, so they thought when they were seeing them that they were seeing them because of the mushrooms.
Oh, they were on mushrooms at that time?
Yeah, when they were camping, when they're out there and they're high on mushrooms, so they.
Well, but the only reason I say no because he was like, "Oh, that's something different. That's different from being from all his other days."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you haven't never seen that?" He's like, "No." So, if you think like we Googled it, me and my son, just to see. Basically, those 2 dinosaurs walked into the time fucking warp, prehistoric times. So they're trapped.
Yeah.
In the time warp, those 2 dinosaurs are really there.
Right.
Wasn't there mushroom tripping? Those dinosaurs.
No, but that's what they thought.
Right.
Barbara Jean says, "What are you talking about?" It's a movie called Palm Springs, Barbara. So
it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
From last year. What's his name? Sandberg.
Adam Sandberg.
Is it Adam Sandberg?
Is it?
I don't think so. Sandberg.
Palm Springs movie.
Jason, John, Joey, Philly, Big Bobby.
Andy
Bobby
Sandberg.
Andy. There you go.
What'd I say?
Adam, because it's like Adam Sandler. Kind of almost felt like that.
She canceled Hulu. You're not missing nothing. We're just telling you how bad the movie is, Barbara.
So it's a cute movie. I'm a sucker for rom-com, so it's a cute movie. But it's exactly like Groundhog's Day, but just throw a goat and a couple of dinosaurs, and that's the difference. No groundhog, just a goat and dinosaurs. But my problem with the dinosaurs, as I was talking to my son, we got into this big heated argument over this retarded movie. We shouldn't have even gone. I was just telling him how weird it was, and he had to go deep on me. But he's a 22-year-old confused son. So but we were like trying to figure out why the dinosaurs. And I said, I understand that they walk through the time continuum also. My problem with it was how come the world evolved if they were stuck in their same day? Now, if the dinosaurs are stuck in the same day, how are they seeing the world, the modern world? So the only way I can come up with that is that the people who were stuck in the day see the day the same, but the people who are in the day that aren't stuck, they're off in the real world living their real lives.
No, the dinosaur just got stuck in that day from... It's just
Joe,
wow.
The dinosaurs got stuck in prehistoric times. Okay? Listen to me. Just go slow for me. I'm going to take it slow. All right? Okay? I don't want you... I can already see your brain is hurting from any of this thoughts.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm going to try to show you what I mean. Here's the thing. The dinosaurs... If the people, let's say Sarah and Niall are caught in the same day, and Roy, the guy who shoots them all the time, right? They're stuck in that day, that wedding day.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else at the wedding party is living the same day, right?
Right.
But they don't know they're stuck in the same day.
Yeah.
Okay. So my point is that maybe the people that are stuck in the day, they see the wedding, but the people at the wedding party, they haven't been stuck. They're living their normal life. This is just
yeah. They're just stuck in an infinite loop. But
the people at the wedding are moved
on. Are not. They're in regular life.
Okay, that's why the dinosaurs can be there and the world around them evolved. They're just stuck.
Right, they're stuck in their own bubble,
and they don't see the people.
Yeah,
they just see desert.
And dinosaurs don't know how to explode things to get back.
They couldn't get out. Yeah, they
can't get out because they're dinosaurs and they're dumb. They haven't you know.
That was a breakdown in if you Google why they couldn't get out. Like Sarah figured a way out. They couldn't.
Yeah.
What's fucked up about that movie is Sarah and Niall get out, but fucking poor Roy never got out.
Yeah, but I think because I don't know, because Roy, he kind of enjoyed that day in the life kids. With the little kids. Right. Yeah, but he's like, I'm never going to see them grow up. But then he's lives forever.
Right.
You know, like even Andy Samberg was thinking about staying there because it was like, you know, you don't have to worry about anything.
Right.
You get all you want there. You're basically immortal.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess just like anything, too much of a good thing.
Correct.
Gets old.
Yeah.
You know. But it was funny when they were doing when he was saying how like he slept with everybody there. And then it was when they cut to the father and he slept with the father. He's like, we're really going to be doing this? I was dying.
He banged everybody.
Yeah.
I like when his girlfriend was like, "Oh my god," he was like repeating her. He's like, "Oh my god," she's like, "Stop saying, stop saying, hey, wait now." He just kept saying what she was saying before. "Oh my god, I'm so crazy, I'm so crazy." She's like, "Stop doing it, stop doing it."
Or when he tries to cut in on, can I cut in? It's our first dance at the wedding. He tried to cut in the first dance. No, it was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was.
I think Barbara asked what kind of dinosaurs. I believe it was Brontosaurus.
Yeah, the one with the long neck, right?
Yeah.
Is that a Brontosaurus?
Yeah. Oh, Rob Vallano's Vallano's in the room. He's the director of that horror movie that I was in.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Well, actually, he was a cinematographer or whatever. You know.
Oh wait, you guys want to talk it out while I'm?
Well, he hasn't met you yet. This is the first time he's fucking seen the podcast, and he said you guys are great.
Oh, now?
Yeah, see, Rob, you have to understand, Mike, when someone says specifically hello to me, he's like, oh, like I'm fucking chopped liver over here.
I'm just, there's two people.
Yeah, and Barbara Jean did say, yeah, it's true, Barbara. Brontosauruses are veggie eaters, just like Mike Gaffney. So you're the Brontosaurus of this podcast.
I am equally as fat as them, too. Eating vegetables and gaining weight.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
When I watched the Patrice O'Neill documentary last night, I learned that he was a vegetarian his last 2 years of life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That worked out well.
Yeah, but you know, you can still eat cake is vegetarian.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
I have to rewatch it because I found out that the one that aired on Comedy Central last night, they had to cut 14 minutes out of it because they couldn't make The Office go off at a different time.
Oh, really?
So if you watch the streaming one, there's 14 minutes I didn't get to see.
I'm gonna have to watch it on streaming because I don't.
It's a great documentary, man, and it's like it really tugs at your heartstrings, man.
Really?
It's probably, I think, one of the best comedian documentaries I've seen.
Okay.
I can't remember because you always see famous people like Pryor, like people that were huge, but this was just kind of like a New York guy that was comedy famous.
Right.
But they really break down like who he was, and they're not shy about people saying he was an asshole. Nobody
right.
What was it? Jim Norton said that. He didn't say it on the documentary, but he said it on his radio show. I think he goes, when I tell people that I'm friends with Patrice, I treat him like he was like I'm a battered wife to him. They're like, no, he's not always like this. He's not always like this.
You gotta make excuses.
He's really a good guy. Yeah. Making excuses like a battered wife. But no, I recommend. I guess you didn't see it yet, so.
No, because I don't have cable, so I don't have Comedy Central.
Gotcha.
I just pay for streaming services, and I don't have Comedy Central.
Word.
So I might go online and see if I can see it online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it online, or however I can get it. Patrice was. I mean, I didn't know him personally. I only worked with him on one show with him.
Yeah.
I remember I was on a date with a broad at the Comedy Cellar. Years, and Patrice was at the back table. My back was to the table back there. It was Patrice and like 4 or 5 other comics who weren't past the cellar. Maybe a couple that were, but it was mostly Patrice and 4 or 5 of his, like, I guess followers, hangers. And Thomas Dale went back there.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrice was laying into him for being gay.
Really?
And calling him like saying the faggot.
Ooh.
And they were like conversating about it, but he was using that word. You know what I mean? And he said that being gay is a fetish. That's a fetish. That's a fetish. And they were kind of like, it was not a comedy roasting kind of conversation. It was a debate about homosexuality.
Yeah.
But Patrice was being funny and loud. And the girl I was with was like, I want to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, that guy, whoever that is back there, is disgusting. Now, she wasn't a comedy fan. We just came to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And I can understand. He was busting balls, and how much of what he was saying did he believe? I don't know.
Well, they actually kind of talk about that in the documentary because, like, Robert Kelly said, like, he's like, he knew Patrice since they were like young comics in Boston.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, I never seen him with a notebook, never seen him with notes, never seen him write anything down. He goes, he never asked like, hey, you think this is funny? He goes, he would just start philosophizing on something. He'll call me up or like at the table or just probably something like that. Like maybe he had this thought, it's a fetish. It almost started working it out.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, exactly. You know what I mean? But he's busting balls and being mean, just being a comic, you know what I mean? That was the way he kind of fleshed out his ideas.
Right. So like they weren't arguing, but like I said, it was a debate. It was a debate about the topic. Thomas Dale was trying to defend himself. And it was like, when Patrice is laughing, got that loud laugh.
Yeah.
And you got 5 or 6 of your cronies around laughing just as hard. I knew Thomas Dale. I just wanted to go back there and be like, dude, I think you should just tap out right now because no matter how much you talk, you're never going to win this.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to take the beating.
Take the L, bro.
But I guess it's in his, like, when you're attacking the guy's like sexuality, identity. It's not like you're busting on his clothes and he's got to take it or
correct
or like his act or calling him a hack. You know what I mean? It's like if you're really digging.
And they weren't fight like it wasn't like fuck, fuck. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. But it was like Thomas was like, "What are you talking about? That's crazy thinking." And then you know what I mean, like get that kind of back and forth. But when he said it's a fetish, and he said faggot, but he's like, "Why is that a bad thing?" Like kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like, why is that bad? And Thomas was trying to explain, but then when he said that's a fetish, it's not a thing. It's a fetish. You just like that shit.
Yeah.
That's when the girl I was with was like, I want out of here, please. That guy is disgusting. And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, he's just a comic being just busting balls, but I couldn't.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy like how long ago he died. It's crazy how fast time goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was 2010 he died.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
2010?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2010.
I thought it was like 2012, 2013, but wow.
But like there's all these things like they're saying because you always like to hear his take on things like
yeah
like when shit was going on. Oh, sorry, 2011, November 2011. Like cancel culture wasn't even like a thing then.
No.
You know what I mean? Like what he what he would think of Trump and like all these things that
I know
because he was. And it's true, like especially like when you watch the documentary, he was someone that really kind of just pushed buttons on stage and just said shit.
Right.
Because like he even says in the documentary, he's like, I ain't here to entertain.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I don't believe I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, there's a cut of him from the old stand-up New York when it had the gray walls and stuff.
metal
and
background, yeah.
and he paid a girl to leave because she was like offended by what he's saying, and he like asked her how much the ticket was, and he gave it to the guy, I guess like the waiter.
Really?
And he's like,
That's
yeah, give it
awesome.
to her once she's outside, she can get the money.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they were saying how like when he used to sit on the stool, people thought he was just trying to be like a
Cool and
but apparently he was at that time when he started doing it, he was like really depressed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was saying something that I related with, where he was like he's like about his depression, like he's like so depressed, he's like he wants to die but he doesn't want to kill himself. Like you're so depressed, you want to die but you're not the type.
Right.
I don't want to commit suicide, but like
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a good documentary. I don't want to like.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
everything.
It.
I think you'll love it because it's just good, man. And it's just they have all this great footage of like them like young in front of the Boston Comedy Club, young Kevin Hart, and
right,
like before he was Kevin Hart, and
yeah.
It's just great, man.
I saw that one clip where he's like when he's finished it, whatever show it was, maybe it was what's the last one?
Web Junk?
No, the one before that.
Tough Crowd?
No, the show. His comedy.
His stand up. Oh, Elephant in the Room.
Yeah. So when he said good night, maybe it was his HBO one. Remember the HBO one he did?
Oh, the half hour, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, all right, good night, guys. Thanks a lot. And he kind of like looked to me like he said he doesn't consider himself an entertainer. And when he said good night, it kind of felt like he was like that's not his thing to be like so busy.
Yeah.
And he grabbed his water. He was like, all right, good night, guys. He kind of put his head down. Like the thing that just happened is over and we're not doing the whole great job thing. I just want to go now.
Yeah.
You know?
It was an interesting thing because they talked about like all the just, all the things that he fucked up as far as like, because like he would just be dicks to like he had a couple of his managers were on there being interviewed.
Oh, really?
Like he was just like dicks to like executives and on sets of movies getting kicked off. And Keith Robinson, who was close with him, lived with him, said, he thinks like a lot of that was his insecurity. Like he used to like almost afraid of success. Like if I get this thing, then I got to do it.
Right.
That's what he feels. You know what I mean? So apparently like towards the end of his life, he was going around making amends, almost like he sounded
like he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Really?
They talk about that too. Like he sensed he wasn't going to live a long life.
And he died of what? Diabetes?
He had diabetes and he had a stroke. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just fascinating. He's just because we kind of you knew about him from being in the area that we came up in comedy. He was such but
you
didn't know much about him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was really.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it so like more tragic,
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's nobody like him. Like when you like watch his documentary, you think about it, you're like, there really is nobody like that. Nobody
100%.
that because comedy, like the earliest forms of comedy were about fucking being fucked up and saying he doesn't. The thing is, he's not a dirty comic when you listen to him. Like, sometimes he'll do some sexual stuff.
Yeah, right.
I've seen him be dirty, but he's just like a provoking comic. Like he just like will say something that he know. It's almost like he knows the majority of his people in this room will probably be like, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
But he's like, let's explore that.
Yeah, he doesn't just say it and move on.
No, but that's the balls. But like, think about like to even get to the point where it's like a bit that's great that kills. Like you have to say shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
think it was Kathleen that I thought he did the whole he'll have a bit in his explanation of how he knows he's got to go from A to Z, but he doesn't have to take the same route every time.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like he said that in an interview, like I'm telling a joke and I know what I'm going to say that's funny about this topic, but I ain't got to take the same route.
Right.
Every time. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about a bottle of water. I don't got to be like cap, open, water, drink, label. He doesn't have to go that route. Yeah. He could be like fucking cap with this fucking label shit, and I spilled the water. He don't have to go the same route every time. And like that, like him on stage, he always seemed like, even on a special, that was in the moment.
Yeah, that's one of the most flawless comedy specials I've ever seen.
Yeah. He just always was, because I believe even when he had a bit and he knew where the funny was, even when he was filming a special, he still was living in the joke.
Yeah.
He still was accepting new ideas, even as he's like, you watch Gaffney, you watch Rock, or anybody who films a special, Bill Burr, they film their special. This is bits that this is what they're doing.
Mm.
He's up there and he's like, I'm going to do this joke and this bit, but he's still alive in it. And he lets it have new ideas even as he's filming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, these are the 5 jokes I know work for this thing. Nope. It's alive and breathing as he's doing it. So it seems like it's always off the top of his head. It's where I would love to be. I would love to be there.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I think that's what separates him, is that ability.
Absolutely.
Is it something that, like, is it just like, because a lot of comics be like, I don't give a fuck. They'd be like, you really good, we don't give a fuck. That's what comics like to tell. Yeah. When they try to be like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, no. He didn't give a fuck. Like, you have to not give a fuck like that. Like, you have to not give a fuck that you're, like, you have to like, he didn't give a fuck. He just said anything. Most comics don't. They all give a fuck. And that's why they do the same jokes for 30 years. Right. You give too much of a fuck.
You give so much fuck.
You give so much of a fuck. Nah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But I definitely recommend watching. Even if, like, Barbara Jean in the chat asked us which comic we're talking about. I told her Patrice O'Neill. If you haven't seen anything from him, watch the documentary and then go watch his special, Elephant in the Room. He's so good.
Yeah. It's nowadays, I mean, like, but back then, like, it's funny, you know, some women really had a problem with him because he didn't give a fuck.
Well, there's a thing of him on stage, like saying, I'm a misogynist. Like, I'm not, like, like he felt like, fucking guys have been very feminized. And not being men. It's like, like,
right.
You know what I mean? That was his whole thing. He used to do, like, on his Black Phillip show. It's like, you're just like, women just want to make you like a woman. And then once they make you a woman, they don't fucking respect you no more. They go get a real man. It's like, that's
so true though.
Yeah.
I love all this stuff with like fishing, when he brings up, you fish on a boat, just, you know what I mean? Like,
the analogy with catching the girl. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I got to put my boat away, and like, what? Like, and the bear, grizzly bear, hit the line of, hey, human resource, grizzly bear is doing grizzly bear things, is the funniest to me. The funniest line when he's like, yo, girl,
when he talks about sexual harassment day, like there should be a holiday.
But when he's talking about, like, making women work with men is like making a salmon work with a honey-coated salmon work with a grizzly bear. You can't say nothing. You can't, like, rub it. Like, I'm gonna rub the back. Like, damn, girl. Like, you just can't say nothing. Like, man, that honey, I just want to, I forget, taste it. And she's like, human resources, the grizzly bear is doing grizzly bear things. This is the fucking funniest line. The grizzly bear is doing grizzly bear things makes me laugh every time I think about it.
Yeah. He's like, I should be allowed to compliment you if I see it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're wearing a nice shirt, I go, hey, Susan, that's some nice titty meat you got there. Yeah.
But I love his pauses when he says it. Like, after he says the thing that's going to make you go, what? He's like, well, it's your titty meat looks. And then he just, his fucking mannerisms then make it like it was harsh and now it's silly.
Yeah.
And then it's hard and then it's silly again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of a kind.
Yep, absolutely.
One of a kind. But that's that. We've been doing it for an hour on a Saturday night. We banged one out this week.
There you go.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. I was a little tired this week, so I apologize, people, if I didn't have any. One thing before we go, people loved the child version of us on podcast
funny, yeah.
when I did the Snapchat filter.
Yeah, do another one.
Yeah, what made that one? What made that one perfect? Because originally I was just cutting that out because you wanted me to cut out that section for a clip.
Yeah, right.
I was like, this is the perfect one because we're talking about fucking Christmas.
Yeah, true.
And with two little kids.
Yeah, right.
It worked so much better.
Right. The context was working. Right.
Perfect.
Yeah,
but no, we'll do that from time to time when it fits.
Right.
But so Mike and I don't have any plugs.
No, I'm gonna get hair plugs maybe.
Oh, you're gonna get hair plugs?
No, I'm not. I got way more important things to do with my fat, disgusting face. My hair doesn't matter.
I don't know why you're putting yourself down, bro. You don't have. I mean,
I'm so unhappy with the way I look. I'm so unhappy. Just not happy. Just not happy with the way I look. But it's not is what it is. I'm not going to say that. It is what it is. It's not. I can do more. I can do better.
All right.
No. Yeah, there's like a couple of girls, women I have crushes on. I would love to be able to. I'm never going to get them, but I have crushes, and I don't feel like worthy of the crush. Fuck that, man. I'm always feel like I'm worthy, even though I know I'm not, and it usually works out for me. Like I had the crush on porn star, hook it up. Like it happens because. I usually feel good about myself, but I don't feel good about myself, and I don't like anything that's happening physically. So I need to change that.
Yeah, I wasn't. That's why I started dieting.
I couldn't do anything. And like if any of these girls that I have a crush on was like, hey, you should come to my house, I'm like, I can't have sex with you. First off.
Why?
I'll tell you why. First off, I have my shoulder holding this microphone is killing me. So I have two very bad torn rotator cuffs. Very bad. I'm supposed to get surgery. Stands. Yeah, I know. So I need surgery on both of my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And very bad. And now it's affecting like my clavicle. Like it hurts bad, bro. Both sides of my collarbone. Just feel like I'm being crushed all the time. It's just painful. So there is no me on top banging it out. So get that out of your fucking head. Okay? Because I can't hold myself up because my shit's broken. Okay? So I either got to be on my side, banging it out that way, from behind, or laying on my back and you hop up there and grind it out. Now, in a relationship...
That's a lot of options, though. You're acting like there's no...
It is. But in a relationship that is established, your woman's like, oh, baby, I love you and we'll do whatever we got to do. In a new thing... Some women want to be thrown around and a guy come on top of them and be like, fucking on top of them like a man. I can't do that. I will crush you because I can't hold myself up. And within 1 minute, I'll be shaking and my whole body will shake. And it's not a good look. So it's just not going to happen physically. I was dating a girl and I have had bad shoulders for a few years now. And this one's really bad. All of a sudden, this one is the one that's torn. But they're both torn. This one right here will swell up, and the bone. It's fucking bad. This is a really bad. Bad. It's bad. I can't sleep on my sides anymore, and that's how I like to sleep because my clavicle and my shoulders fucking kill me. I wake up in the middle of the night. I gotta take ibuprofen because I'm in pain. So I was dating this girl, and she was like, on top, just to get on top all the time. And she's like, do you ever just because I love when a man's on top of me and does the all manly. I'm like, well, then you got the wrong guy because I can't get on top of you because I can't hold myself up. My shoulders are shot. And she's like, that sucks. Yeah, no shit, it sucks. That's the conversation we had. So that's the one thing. I'm going to get out of breath. I'm winded. I'm just not in shape to have sex with somebody. And I don't want them to see me naked. There's a lot going on. But there's women that I would like to be like, hey, what's up? And I can't kick it right now.
Yeah, but maybe the adrenaline from that first time with someone, you'll push right through your shoulder pains. Or maybe she won't care because she likes you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the conversation that we have to have, before we get back to your place. I met this one girl through a Facebook friend years ago, probably like 2009, 2010, 2009. She lived in Hoboken, and I met her. Picked her up at a bar in Hoboken. I met her. I took her back to her place, and she was like my age at the time. So I think I was like 40. Yeah, 40. She was my age, 40, maybe 39, whatever. But she was good. Man, she was good, and she understood. Man, I'm fucked up, man. I cannot do anything with my shoulders are shot.
Any good bro will understand.
And she just got up on top and did the thing, and just did the thing, and she fucking put all these fucking lights on. She was older. She was fucking smooth. She was like jazz, bro. She put these lights and candles on. She had some fucking Sade playing, and she just did the thing. And I was like, man, I love you. I didn't, but I love.
I want to love you, but I don't. But I do want to.
I want.
Shh.
I put my own fingers on my
Yeah. You shut yourself. Hey, Mike, shh. Why are you telling yourself to shh? Just go with it, babe. Just keep doing what you're doing. I may love you one day, maybe soon, maybe.
But she was in for the just fool around thing too, which was what made it so great at the time. But she was like hip. She knew it. She was just good. It's just hard to meet some of these women, especially because they're younger than me, And I'd be like, hey, I know you're in your 30s, late 30s.
I don't know if you ever been with a guy with bare shoulders, but I don't know if that's in your profile.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I have 2 bad shoulders and I have a fucking CPAP mask. Now I don't know how you feel about fucking a fighter pilot with 2 bad shoulders, but that's been your fantasy.
You find Darth Vader voice sexy, huh? Just want to know.
It's like I'm gonna have to hide my machine, wait till they pass out, then put my machine on so I can sleep. Because if I don't put it on, I won't. I use it all the time now because I'm afraid I'll die without it.
Barbara Jean says women love funny guys.
Yeah. Okay. I like that, Barbara. I appreciate your positivity on this positive spin. I'm practically a fucking clown. Women like a sense of humor, but they also want a guy to fucking throw him up against the wall and carry him to the bed. And I can't do that because my shoulders are shot. So I might be funny, but I'm not banging it out like a girl 39 years old might want. Anyway. So hopefully none of these crushes watch this. I have 3 crushes. I have 1 regular normal human, and then I have a comedy crush, a comedian crush, which I wouldn't put out there. And then like she's a poker player, poker star / she used to be on something, not Island, Survivor. I think it was Survivor.
I think I know who you're talking about.
She's dark hair.
Yeah.
I fucking yes. So,
but the normal girl, no dice.
The regular girl, no. I mean, like I'm talking like I have. There's lusty people, but I'm telling you seriously, that girl, the poker player, is probably the top person. That if I swear to God, if I was better, we were in a different place, I would fucking. I flirt with her, and she fucking responds to me. I would put myself out there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And the comedian girl that I have a crush on, I would put myself out there. I don't care. Because it's not lusty crushes. It's real, like, I like everything about them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the normal girl, the regular human, I like everything about her too. But they don't know this. They're crushes. They're very secret admiring type of crushes.
Oh, okay. Well, get some shoulder surgery and you'd be right there. Yeah.
Shoulder surgery, drop 30 pounds, and we're in.
Yeah. So if this girl messages you, hey, Mike, you want to hang? Be like, until I get shoulder surgery, you got to step back.
If anybody wants to hang, I'm going to say, yeah, we can hang. I'm just going to let you know that.
You got to pull the weight.
This is a really beat up fucking jalopy you're getting a piece of.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're going to,
Jalopy. What's that? What was that other term they used to use for shitty cars?
Lemon.
Nah,
so
was
lemon?
Another one. Hoopty?
A hoop, yeah, hoopty. Yeah, I'm a hoopty.
You're a hoopty.
I'm a 4-door hoopty.
Yeah.
Not even a 2-door.
That should be your new bio on your Mike Hoopty Gaffney.
Mike 4-door hoopty.
4-door hoopty.
98. That's a 98.
Well, at least it's COVID times and you have an excuse because you can't really go out and.
Yeah, whatever. So.
This also.
So I had what is it? A vision board, right?
Yeah. She's saying that's what you would say to the girl.
You're pretty much doing
all the work if you want
all the
this.
work.
Yeah.
Which is not a great sales pitch when you
Wait,
look the way I look.
I want to give you a tip on when we're podcasting. When a comment comes in, you just read it in your head. I just see your face going. Read it to the audience.
I thought
a comment will come up and you're just like.
I should read it out loud.
Yeah.
Because it's audio people.
So I've seen you whisper. You go like this.
I know. Because I'm thinking that you have it out there. People see it. I don't have to read it. But there's an audio part of this, too. Sorry.
There was 1 week I was almost dying to see. It was like a long one that I put up. And you're like,
yeah. I know. I don't know why you don't read it.
Oh, okay. You like answered.
Why don't you read it?
I do read it, but sometimes you can read it. You know what I mean? I do read it, but
you're the guy in
but I read it. But you were reading it while I was reading it.
Okay.
Like I'm reading it, and you're like,
I'm so bad at this. So I was listening to Conan, and he was with his production team, and he's like, they help me. He's like, if you're guys listening out there, and we have a team, and they produce, and the producer was like, yeah, if we weren't here, they wouldn't be hearing this. Like, he's like, so true. Like, I don't know, have a clue what's going on your end that you're doing. Yeah. All the buttons you push, and this goes up to wherever it goes.
Yeah,
I have no idea how that happens.
Oh yeah, Barbara Jean said she had bought your album a while back, but on Google Play. And that Google Play is gone, so she lost your album.
Oh, no.
She goes, I keep wanting to quote your My Kids Need You to Buy This album.
Oh, my God. So,
yeah,
I know
Google Play's
Google
gone.
So all the music you bought is gone, too?
I guess. I don't have Google Play.
Now, because I remember I hit Google Play on my old phone before I got a new phone, and it asked, it's gone, but do you want to move all your music that's there to YouTube? And I was like, why would I want to do that?
You get paid when it streams on YouTube. Mine's on YouTube.
What?
You get paid when they...
No, I'm talking about my music I purchased.
Songs, the music you purchased.
Albums. Oh. When I went to play Google Play, it's like Google Play no longer exists. Do you want us to transfer it all to YouTube? I'm like, transfer all to YouTube? What the fuck are you talking about? Just give me my fucking music.
Yeah.
I bought those albums. Whatever. All
right. You can go buy my album, Barbara Jean, if you want.
It's available still.
It's available. Impossible Human on all audio platforms. Amazon, iTunes, everything. Wherever. Oh, you bought my album? Thank you, Barbara.
Barbara, just maybe DM me your address.
She said she's going to message you.
Yeah, I don't know if you even have a CD player. I would send you a CD.
Don't you have the files you could just send her, like in a folder?
Fuck off, Joe.
Right.
I might have a code you can go to a website and download it. Go look and get me to do work to find my files and get them in a fucking email form. Shut up, man. Volunteer me trying to figure out my computer. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Just let them know. Maybe you can send you all the links, right, Mike? You got that, right? You got the files? I don't know if I have the files.
All right, Barbara, message Mike and he'll get you a CD some way, somehow.
Yeah, I'll get it to you.
Somehow. We'll but that was a great way to end. We thought we were ending, then boom, we got some good laughs.
Yeah,
learned a lot about Mike's sex life. We're going to post that as a clip on all social media platforms so that all these crushes can hear it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, put it up there. Yeah, cut that clip out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on the audio part, please go subscribe to youtube.com/Joe Fernandes and vice versa. If you're on YouTube, go subscribe to the audio. And we appreciate everyone in the comments. You've been watching and listening to All in Our Heads.